Michael, Michelle, hey, congratulations for a piece of sky.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So let me start with you, Michael. Where the story came from to you?
Yes, years ago, I met in a remote mountain village. I met a young woman, and she told me about her and her husband, who changed heavily due to a brain cancer. And the way she told me the story, also the way she reacted on the challenges, impressed me a lot, because she stayed so calm with the great inner strength. And it impressed me a lot also how she found a way back after all what happened, back to her husband. And I think this is, it's a great human gesture. And I wanted to tell this story, and I started to meet the people in this remote mountain place, and there the idea was born to really take them into the project and to shoot this movie, this story with non-professionals from this area.
Michelle, why did you want to do this film for yourself, and how did you want to handle being this your first film?
Yeah, I saw the announcement in the newspaper. Maybe you read about it, but and then I can just explain it as I had a feeling. It was really a strong feeling that I wanted to be a part in the project, and then I wrote them, and then I met Michael and Michael again, and we talked, and I wanted to be more and more a part of in it. And at the beginning I wasn't even sure it was for Anna, and now I'm really happy I could do the part Anna, and yeah, I'm so happy.
Michael, how do you direct non-professional actors, particularly for a film like this?
Yes, I just tell them every time, don't act, because I wanted to them as pure as possible. I wanted to really have a pure, authentic performance of them, and I didn't want them to act like differently. I mean that I wanted them to be themselves, actually, and I adapted the screenplay to their character, and I didn't tell them you have to adapt to the character how it's in the screenplay, and this way they could just be themselves, and I think it's the best way to show the great potential all these non-professionals have inside themselves, because a great part of the movie is also how these mountain people live in this remote place, and what they work and what they do in their daily life. And it impressed me a lot how physical it is also to work there on the steep hills. So it was important for me not to use like this non-professionals, these real farmers in the story.
Yeah, and I mean, we had a lot of time, and we had a script, but before every scene we go through the script, and Michael always asked us, how does it feel? How is it feeling natural to you, or would you say these things in another way? And we could change it as well, like how we would say it.
Michelle, how do you get into the emotional state of your character throughout the entire movie? It's very convincing to me.
Thank you. And this is, I think it helped also that we had a lot of time and go through each scene before we shot, and then just get a step back, had a moment for myself, try to get into Anna, and then shot. And sometimes, someday it worked better, and sometimes not that good, but I think Michael just found a good mix how it works.
Yeah, I mean, I think Michelle has such a great ability to really feel how it must feel in this situation, you know, for the character. And yeah, you can read all the emotions in her face, although she's not saying anything. So I think this is so great, and I'm really lucky that she was in the project in order to, yeah, to show all these great human emotions, but without explaining it through a dialogue.
Michelle, do you live in these remote villages, or you came from the city?
Not really a city, the main town of Canton Uri, but not in the village which is showing in the movie. I was there as a teenager to party there, but but I don't live there.
Michael, it's fascinating that you captured the lives of the remote villagers on your, their day-to-day activities, because as a city person myself, I live in an agricultural city, and I still haven't seen a lot of their activities.
Yes, I think it was really important for me to show the relationship that people have to the nature. They work with nature and they're really close to it. And this was important to show for me, because if you are born in this mountain landscape, you are aware that you cannot control everything. Nature is so strong. You have avalanches, rocks coming down, you have like heavy storms, weather changes. So you are aware that you cannot control everything, and you have to accept certain things in life. And I think this is like connected to the way Anna reacts on her challenges about the illness of Marco. She stays calm, and then she just does react in a really like personal way. And it's not the villagers who tell her how to react. It's not the god or like religious belief who tells her how to react. It's like really her own spirit, you can say, who tells her where she should go and how she should react. And I think this is really great. And yeah, that's why I really wanted to give also a lot of room and space to the mountain environment, to the mountain landscape in the movie.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Michael, a lot of scenes in this film are very, very long takes. How do you expect your non-professional actors to react to long takes, especially Michelle had like a long take with the child in the conversation, and that was very impressive.
Yes, actually, for me, like the rhythm and the pace of the film relies on the experience I have in the mountains. And it's this mountain experience I wanted to transfer to the screen in a way. And this rhythm is something which I think it's the rhythm of this mountain world. And people in the film are maybe more used to it than people living in the city, I think. But still, also for them, it was not easy to be like such in a long moment in this situation, be exposed to the camera and just stick to the moment and just concentrate for a long time. But I think they made it really, really good. You know, they are non-professionals, they are not used to it, especially the little child. She's so natural, she's so full of life, and I was thankful that I found this people there.
And Michelle, how do you love the experience now after completing this film?
I miss it actually. I want to do more. No, it was amazing. I mean, it was a once in a lifetime opportunity Michael gave me with this movie. And now it's such a beautiful product, I think. It's such a beautiful movie. And I'm just happy and proud that I could be part of it. And I mean, this movie will stay forever, and I can watch it with 80 years or something. And I'm really looking forward also to this. Yeah.
That is great. One last thing, Michael. Could you talk about the choir that you used in the film and your decision to use choirs to progress and tell further the story?
Yes, I wanted to underline like the connection to the Greek tragedy a little bit more with the Greek choir, and this helped me because in every little remote mountain village you have a choir also, and I thought it would be nice to put a Greek choir in the Swiss mountains. I mean, and I took like the mountain choir, the village choir to some places, and the choir helps me to structure the film because it's quite elliptical how I tell the story. So it structures the film, and it gives you as an audience also from time to time the possibility to just to stay back and just to just listening to the music and to be introduced to the next chapter. And I think it's important that you have also the possibility to just listen and to maybe a little bit experience the stillness in this landscape.
Well, it's a beautiful film, and I thank you both, Michael and Michelle, for speaking to me. And hopefully, you have the opportunity to show it to the remote village and do another party out there or something.
Yes, actually we did. Yeah, we have to do it again maybe after this year.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.